basically I just figured out that I forgot to upload the last one because JD wanted to watch it, but something came between, and so I still have to upload the recording from Tuesday, and then also the recording of this one. So I'll do this tomorrow, and then we will be up to date. We are still a little bit talking about the Shimmer Governance framework, which basically, from my opinion, is finalized and ready to be proposed to the rest of the community that has not taken part in this last 8 to 10 weeks that we have been uh, bulleting it here in the group, in those meetings, in all these community groups that have been involved and taken comments on the document. I think so. As far as I have received the feedback from everybody involved, that the doc is ready to be released. I have basically spent nearly the whole day yesterday in putting it actually already into the forum. But what I have done, if you see on my screen, I have first of all, it's still an unlisted thing, yeah, so people don't see it. But I have put it up here and then had to spend nearly the whole day, a couple of hours, to change all the hyperlinks because we have something like 69 hyperlinks, and they have been all from the Google Doc, so I had to spend a couple of hours in changing all the links here. But basically, it's already there now in the forum, and whenever we want to go a bit into the public with our proposal, we basically would be ready to release this, and then we can make a bit outreach on Twitter and inform the community, ask them to put some comments here, and see if there is anything that we have completely messed or completely missed in our approach here, which I don't think so. It's anyway a long read. Maybe we will wait for Asa to be back. So maybe I don't know if she's back tomorrow because I'm not sure how far she is the with her PDFs that she have created with the graphics, because I think this graphics will be very useful for everybody to get an easy approach into this thing, because otherwise we have created a really long and big document now. It might be that not many people have find it very funny to read it all. It's how many pages are we now? 38 or 37 pages of a Google Doc, or 36. I could cut out a bit, but it's still very long read. And so I don't think that many people will read everything of it. Yeah. Still, we will need to figure out how we get people agreeing on it. Yeah. So we will definitely need to communicate what we have done here within our meetings. So basically, the community can be ensured that the people that have been involved in creating this framework have really done their best and worked in the best interest for the community to create the best possible framework for them. Yeah, and that's something that we should then a little bit coordinate in our way of communicating it to the community, so that people really have the chance to understand what we have created here, ask some questions in the governance forum that we should be happily able to answer, and yeah, then kick this thing out and prepare it to be ready to be voted on in Firefly once Shimmer mainnet goes live. While I have been putting it up into the governance forum, I thought a little bit more about our structure that we will then have to implement in the governance forum. So there are a couple of small things still to do for the forum, and maybe if somebody would like or would have time to do this, this might be a good thing. Um, One thing is, let's say, a little general, easy introduction for into the forum, something like read me first for people. For, let's say, we would have like two different approaches. First of all, people that come into the forum to read a proposal that they maybe have heard about it, and basically then want to either vote in a poll or comment on some suggestions. Yeah, some they might need a very limited little summary of the basic rules and what they can do. Maybe explain the trust level thing for them also. And then we would maybe need a second one for people that really want to create a proposal, because for them we would need to go a little bit more into details, where they will find the rules that they have to follow and which basic important things they will need to know before they create a proposal. Maybe if somebody would be interested to do this, would be cool. If not, surely I or JD will find the time next week to write something up, or we can draft something and we could go through it in another meeting. So that I think we will need something that welcomes people into the forum and gives them a quick overview of what they can do here and which rules they have to follow, and basically where they find everything important that they need to know. Yeah. So I don't know. Whoever would maybe interested to do this, just post in the channel that you would do it. Otherwise, like I said, over the weekend I will try to create something. Then maybe I send a draft in the channel, and we can figure out if this suits. Yeah. So this would be one thing, like a little TLDR and introduction into the forum. And the other thing, this might be for the moderators, that we may create a little task list or a little how-to guide, so that our moderators can start working effectively once this goes live. But this is maybe not something pressing, and I'm sure the moderators will figure out how to do this. Hi, Andy. Yep. No worries. Yeah, I just thought it would be so if I come to the forum now, and or let's say once I come to the forum and once the Shimmer framework would be voted and implemented, um, basically I think we need a little guidance for visitors that either want to take part in governance by reading through proposals, making a comment, or taking part in a poll. Yeah, so they would maybe just need a very simple thing. Okay, here are the rules. These are the guiding principles of a proposal. This is trust level and stuff like this. If you want to read more, okay, here's a link to the framework, or maybe here's the link to ASA's how we call it, flyers, or how we want to call it, where they have like a simple overview of the things. And then we might need a second, a little bit more detailed description with the basic important things that people need to know that want to make a proposal. Yeah. So something like, okay, have a few links to the important parts of the framework where the rules are defined and what requirements they have to follow if they want to create a proposal and stuff like that. Yeah, that was basically my idea, that we should, once we put this really live, we should have this in place so that people don't get too confused and don't know what to do basically in the forum. Yeah. 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 My question would it be useful to have it in the wiki, or would it be maybe useful to have it directly in the forum, like a pinned post or something like this, huh? Something that is like what we have here, yeah. This notice new to new users with the privacy policy and stuff like that. Read first. We could either extend this post a little bit because this is just like a basic welcome to the forum post, or we could create a second post maybe in the governance section that is pinned on top somewhere here, which is kind of okay. Read me first if you want to create a proposal, and read me first if you want to just take part in governance. Yeah. So that people don't need to go to the wiki to learn about it, so that they maybe directly find it in the governance forum. Mhm. Yeah. Ah, yes, yes, we talked about that. True. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. No, not really. If I just didn't I maybe forgot that we talked about this already. If we have talked about creating these three posts, then the only thing would be basically who does it, or is somebody stepping forward to do it? Otherwise, I'm sure I can figure it out next week, maybe together with Asa, that we draft and prepare something, implement her thing, that we create these three posts, because you're right. Then this is would be basically this would be the three minimum required posts for people to read through and reach trust level one with this. It's just the thing that because we would basically be ready to yeah, go public with the proposal now, so that we can also prepare the forum then already, so the people basically would also see how it then would be implemented, kind of, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, rules, blah 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 thing. Yeah. Ah, guiding principle thing. Yeah. 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 Mhm. That is basically this is the current welcome post, and basically we have a link here to the forum rules. Yeah, so this is our current terms of service, which is taken from the Discord community guidelines. Um, w- Basically, I think this is mostly what I have to go through this if there is something that we have to add from what Mariana proposed. But I think this is basically these are the forum rules. Um, that also will be used by the moderators if there is somebody to mod or to ban or to kick or to mute or something like this, based on based on these rules, how you should interact with each other and how you should behave in the forum in general. Yeah. So this basically we have already. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we can I can adjust this post a little bit and add some stuff there, and then we have ASA's frameworks, and we would have what was the third one? I forgot it already. Okay. Um, Good. And like I said, Andy, I have put the proposal already in the forum, but it's currently not visible for others. I put it here under unlisted, but the whole thing, how we have designed it from the Google Doc, is now translated into the forum and is a post here. And basically, I'm just waiting for um, let's say the okay of the group. If everybody says and feels okay, we are kind of ready to go into the broader public with this proposal that comes out of our group here. We could make this post public and we could start communicating about it. Um, and then also we can tweet it from the IOTA Foundation account and stuff like this. So let's basically invite the community to read through the proposal in the forum and potentially make some comments, ask some questions and stuff like this. Because once this phase is over, maybe would be something like, let's say, keep it like 2 weeks. Then we can make it. We can put a poll up, yeah, and ask the people again, okay, um, make your poll, and if we then reach the 100 upvotes in the poll for the thing, we are ready to we are basically ready to put it up in Firefly once Shimmer may not goes live, yeah. Yes. Mhm. Yeah. 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 Yes. Yeah, I basically feel the same. Yeah. I basically feel the same. Also, the good thing is Gunnar, our head of comms, he had also taken some time and went through the doc a bit. He made some grammatical stuff, and he also asked some good questions, which I then could clarify with him, and I could adjust some small things that haven't been really clear because this was good. This was really somebody from outside that hasn't read through the thing before really, and he asked some really good questions, and so I could first of all I could shorten some stuff out, which was kind of double or two times or there, and could clarify some things to make it actually more understandable. So this was really good. And basically, I hope that once we ask the community for some more input again. I mean, we are asking them since weeks to make input, but maybe when it's in the forum, it will be a little bit more official thing. And then we might get some good additions or inputs that we could then use for like let's say the final version that we will put up for a vote. Yeah, that's basically would be the plan. Maybe we wait. I have to contact Asa if she is ready with the graphics, because then we should really put the graphics also up there for the people, and so that we have one package, the proposal, the framework proposal, and the graphics of Asa, and then we would be, I think, very easily able to communicate this to the community and get an agreement on that. Yes, yes, yes. We shouldn't get stuck here. Yeah. Cool. What else? Anybody else? Some general questions about this? Is there anything that we should explain? Things that are unclear? I don't know, Gabby, do you have any feedback from the Spanish community? I know Mariana did explain this to you. Anything that is maybe suggestions or open questions that we can answer? She's probably just listening in. Yeah. Cool. So let's say I will later on try to get in contact with Asa. I think she's coming back tomorrow from London. And so maybe we can release it on Friday or Saturday or something like this if Asa has the things finished. If not, then maybe we add stuff on Monday or something. But I think it's really now a good time to release this. That the community also sees that we have made a lot of progress, that we have thought about all the things, and also have implemented all the things that we have learned from the last voting process and all this stuff. So it's, I think, really a good thing to put this up there. Um, because I also what I wanted to bring up a bit. So now that we have worked so really, really very well in the last weeks on this thing, I think we can slowly start to put our focus on the next big thing that is coming up. Like we have discussed it already before, that basically once we have the governance framework nailed down, our next big task should be the Shimmer Treasury, yeah. And so because now we basically know that there will be a Shimmer Treasury, I think we should really focus our meetings from next week on talking about what would be good ways of doing the treasury for the community, of getting this usable and workable fast, let's say it like this, because I think it's important that we have that the community has its own funding opportunities available already in the beginning of the network. Yeah, because I hear it a lot, and I hear a lot of people questioning and asking, okay, basically, when will we have a treasury? When will the funds be available? When can we start to do our community marketing initiatives? When can we start to support our contributors and our video producers and YouTube producers? Because we have a lot of things popping up now everywhere. And I think really we should get this thing workable so that the initiatives don't stop to die out again. Yeah, sometimes you see this if people do engage over quite a long time, but they don't find really an incentive and the support. You can't do the things forever for free. Yeah, and so I think if we enable the community to take control over their treasury and really get into the process of supporting the ecosystem out of the community funds and helping other community members to really engage much more for the project, it will really, really be very beneficial. And I think basically from next week on, I would like to use those meetings mainly to talk about how we can do the treasury so that we basically continue with our good work as a group. Get more people involved, of course, as always. Yeah, we are always trying to invite as much as possible people from our community to really contribute to this. But if there's nobody else, we have a good core group here that is engaged and works very well together, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like having the big rain coming down in the beginning might not be super sufficient. Especially it's like, but of course this retroactive thing. I think optimism for them it was also important that they basically because they had projects. Um, Building before they went live with mainnet and all this stuff, and then it was really kind of a retroactive reward for those that had trust in building and creating all those solutions before there was even a token and the mainnet available. And it's kind of similar to us, yeah. We have teams building out solutions already with the trust and the belief that this and this and this technical feature will be available pretty soon, yeah. And of course, for them it would be basically difficult to get any kind of funding from making a proposal for an already existing solution, yeah. So for okay, we have built stuff and yeah, then it's already always a retroactive fund that you can basically pay out and say, hey, yeah, great, lovely. You did spend the last 6 months in building this amazing tool and this amazing app. Thanks. Here you got some funds from the community. Yeah, so we should definitely look into this way how we can do this. Um, for me personally, I'm still super impressed with the Aave system, from the professionalism, how they do it, especially also from the success that you have seen um, in their matrix and the way they did it. So I think we should just really work on um, not reinventing the wheel, combining basically the best things that we have seen and that we have find out there, yeah, and kind of making like a like a copy of the best things that we see there and implement them all together in something, and then make this available for our community as a start, yeah. And then I mean still like they have all done it similar, yeah. You put it up for maybe 6 months uh, and start with something, yeah. It might not be the perfect solution forever, but it might be enough for the beginning to start with. And same like with the governance framework, it should be able to be adjusted, yeah, along the way. Maybe really have a review after 6 months, and then really let the community decide: do we want to continue with this way, or do we have better ideas? What do we need to change? How can we do it better? Um, but instead of discussing the next 6 months and working on the absolute perfect solution that will never need to be changed, I'd rather have something useful running in the beginning, because this will be super important for our teams and for our ecosystem and for the whole network to get the support from the community. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you can combine those things basically, yeah. Yeah, so you can have like two or three different approaches there. Yeah, you can have this retroactive thing. You can, of course, always fund new projects that come in with proposals for things they want to build. Yeah, I wouldn't exclude much things. Everything that seems to be that is able to boost the ecosystem and that is able to help IOTA and Shimmer to reach out to new devs, to reach out to new ecosystems. We shouldn't be scary to just do good stuff for our project because we need this. Yeah, we are definitely um, not in a position that everybody wants to build on us because people still don't know us. So we have to do a lot of outreach. We have to do a lot of breaking out of our own bubble and convincing other devs and other communities to take a look on Shimmer and IOTA. And then we need stuff and possibilities to convince them and show them how amazing our tech is now and what cool features we have built now. And yeah, because we only can convince them with arguments. Yeah, we don't have $1 billion lying around like Binance chain where we can basically convince everybody just with money. So we have to make both, make Shimmer extremely attractive from the tech side, but also from the community side and from everything around. Yeah, we need to really present us in the best way, and we need our funds basically to enable our community to do this because we have a lot of good people. Yeah? We just need to make it for them possible to. It's always the thing. If you do you do you stay in your regular job or do you see an opportunity to maybe go the next 6 months or 12 months full time for the community, produce content, produce videos or whatever, yeah, but you can't do this without having some kind of funding secured for you and your family where you can take that risk and dip your toes into being crypto, yeah. And for this, we need our treasury to work as good as possible. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, Kapi, Rob, do you want to? I mean, Rob is basically coming from. You've been involved in Phantom and all this stuff, so maybe you want to say something to that? Mm. Yeah, yeah. And we really, yeah, that's the thing. We need to, because I mean the IF comms department. I mean, they're basically three, four people. Yeah, we don't have a marketing. We need to rely on our community to transport this information towards other ecosystems and developers, but not in a way like a hostile blah 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 spammy way. We really need to be able to create high quality content, and we have content creator that are able, and we but they cannot do all this stuff for free. But if we can engage and we can have 10 15 strong accounts that the community can support with the treasury to so that they really have time to produce YouTube videos, blog posts, in detail explanations of all those things that we as a community can then share with other ecosystems, and we can learn all these things, and then we can start to engage in discussions with other communities and basically step by step, um, not really force them, but bring them the information that there is another way of doing things, and there might be a better way how we approach DeFi applications, how we approach the EVM, how we handle math and all those things. Um, but this only works if our community is engaged in it, and we need a way to reward engagement also, yeah. And with our community treasury, it would be great. We just can really, you can think about so much cool things like really rewarding people that take their time to go out in Twitter and educate other communities. You can just now with the community treasury, you can just reward them for their work, yeah, and that's like the super amazing thing. So this is the really why I think we need to focus on getting this treasury built up now and start to do this. Otherwise, we are building like an amazing tech, but if nobody knows that it's out there, we're gonna have a problem. Like Rob said, we have really a great and big community. We also see this in our engagement matrix, in our social media scores. We are online with much bigger projects with much higher market cap when it comes to engagement and to followers and everything. And so we need to really leverage on this because once our community is involved, then we can really break out of this bubble if we have a story to tell, yeah. And we really need to think about a very good story for Shimmer and then IOTA that we can communicate in a way a little bit different than we have done it maybe in 2017, 18, where we have been a little bit too harsh maybe with others. And but I think the leadership is now there. The foundation is now aligned on doing this together with the community, and it will be really great if we get this done. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I mean, the community can do this. That's the cool thing. Once we have a treasury and you bring this up for a proposal, I'm sure the community will love it. Yeah, it will be fun. You can invite spec for all this, and like we just need abilities to incentivize people to do this. Yeah, because the thing is really people do things for free a time and a time and a time, but they can't continue to do this over a really long time. And either then you go back and spend more time with your wife and family and kids, or you have the chance to really get rewarded for it. So basically, you can compensate wife, friends, and kids with a little bit income that you generate with this. And a Treasury can enable all that cool stuff. Yeah? And I can think of 1,000 cool things that the community can come up with, and then can just do it because there's nobody stopping us then from doing all this cool stuff. Yes. What else? Does anybody else want to say something? Has some comments or stuff like this? Um, because otherwise, I would really say, um, in regards of the Shimmer Governance framework, I'll do that. I'll reach out to Asa. So if her slides are ready, then I would basically um, make the post in the governance forum public. Maybe normally a good time is Friday evening, because then everybody comes home and then you have the weekend, and then we'll we going to start some Twitter outreach on that. Outreach, maybe also with the Shimmer and the IOTA main accounts, and then we present this basically to the community. One question would be also that I had, if currently I would like to really put this out as because in the moment it's written here as a proposal by Phylo, community manager, blah, 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 blah. I would really love to mention all of you that have worked on this in the last couple of weeks, or like basically most of them that I remember. I would really tr call this and mention you here in the beginning, so that it's not just presented as a proposal by myself, but as a proposal of the community governance working group that we had here in Discord, and potentially just put all your names up there. So first of all, it will look really like a more collaborative thing, which it absolutely was, because I think when I proposed my document was 27 pages or something, and now we are on 36. So we had a lot of great additions over this last couple of weeks, and I really just wanted to ask if everybody's okay if I mention them here. Whoever I forget to mention, please don't be or whatever, or you just can text me and I'll add it. But I think it will also look really good if we can put up some of the names of the people that have contributed to this, so that it really everybody directly knows that this is coming out of the community group here and not just out of my brain. Let's say it like that. Yes. Yeah, and then basically I also want to remove the target from myself. So if everybody finds it shit, then we are in this together. Yeah, it's like then we messed it up all together, and not only me. Yes, yes, yes. That's the plan. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's basically how it will be. So we will collect feedback here, and then from this feedback that we receive here, we will then create a last final edit of this whole thing, where if we really get some good additions that we think, let's like, okay, we just haven't thought about that, or that's basically a better solution than we propose. We make a meeting, we discuss things, and we're going to do like a last implementation, and this then will be, let's say, the final version that we will ask the people to to give their opinion in a poll. And we're going to do a 7 days poll in the forum with the last, let's say, the last version. And if people agree in this poll and we get the 100 upvotes, um, then basically this last version, how it was sent and set up for the poll, will go into Firefly. Yeah, of course, then just with a link, because we can't put the whole text in Firefly, but basically we put up a vote and we ask the Shimmer token holders to ratify this as the start of of regulated governance in Shimmer, and then we put it really live then. Yeah, and that would be the plan. Yeah, and then yeah, basically also we will then install basically change the forum, archive all the old posts, put everything in the forum as we have described it here. We're going to officially implement the moderators and things like that. So basically, then we will be ready and set up um, following the new proposed rules and have them implemented in the forum. And then people can really just start doing stuff. Goody, goody. Um, I'd say it's late for me anyway. If there are no open questions currently or topics that anybody wants to talk about, I would wrap it up from my side. Mhm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we definitely we all need to think about who would really be people that we would like to see in such a committee, where we think people that would be able to make proper decisions on project funding, on events, on stuff. Yeah, so who would we trust with a budget of funds to work on behalf of the community with this, yeah. And whoever feels that he has skills in this regards, make yourself visible. I think we're definitely also going to spend the next couple of weeks um, uh, in developing such a process of how basically can the community select people and select members that would represent them in this treasury committee and all these things. Yeah, so basically from next week on, Tuesday 4 p.m. Berlin time, we should definitely start working on rules and things like this. We have done already some cool stuff in the bridge fund. I maybe have time over the weekend. I maybe set up like a draft structure or like a draft idea. I would basically just mainly take a lot of ideas from Aave, take a lot of ideas from Optimism and from also from Bankless DAO, and maybe set up a document like we had it here, where we can start working on putting ideas together, comment on the document, and work through in the meetings on ideas how this would be the optimal solution, how the whole thing could work, and then we will work us through two meetings per week with this group and with anybody else who wants to get involved and nail down the treasury. And I think also 6 to 8 weeks. Now we did 8 to 10 weeks with the governance framework, which I believe was a much bigger task because it's a kind of more complex rule set than the treasury setup. I mean, there are some other parts like legal and stuff like this, but basically defining rules of how a treasury can and should work, and then going into like a selection process in the community to find people that can represent the community there. We will not need 3 months or something like this. I think the way this group works together and has shown how it can make process and progress was really impressive. If we can continue this, I'm really looking very forward that we will be able to start a working treasury for the community in not such a really long time ago. And so, yeah, I think that should be our focus now. Yeah. What the what the heck? You didn't ask for any permissions on that, yeah? Who basically permits? Did anybody got a question or? Yeah, so Andy, that's sad to hear that you kind of going to disappear, but yeah. Yeah, was there a question in the audience? I got somebody was talking, but okay. Yeah, I was just thinking about if there hasn't been any official proposal, but maybe because we didn't have the process defined yet, yeah? So after we have set this up, moderators are only allowed to have any private life after they proposed for it, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But we are we NSFW already? No, not really. Okay, cool. My friends, as always, thanks everybody for joining. I actually figured out that I really have to upload those videos and also make some noise on Twitter again. I got a little bit lazy, maybe because of COVID. My brain was too damaged. I will ramp up our activities and make this governance thing being activated in the community again. I hope we get a couple of new people joining in over the next couple of weeks that want to work with us on this treasury thing. And then we're gonna nail this thing down, and the community gets their treasury, and we can all help boosting Shimmer and IOTA to the moon. Let's say it like this. Okay, everyone. Um, bye bye then. Have a really nice evening, morning, or afternoon, or wherever you are. And see you all next Tuesday, 4 p.m. back here in the channel. And anything else will just happen in the governance channels. I'll propose maybe a doc over the weekend where everybody can read up on a couple of ideas, and then we can start discussing things. Okay, dokie. Bye bye.